Barry, the standard of gymnastics in Queensland is particularly high, yet this sport is looking for a home. Now, why is it so high when you're in real trouble as far as a gymnasium is concerned?
Well, actually, we're only looking for a home in as much as we have a little trouble trying to find a place to stage the state championships, in that we need somewhere that we can screw the apparatus to the floor and accommodate the large crowds that are becoming very interested in the gymnastics and want to view it.
Now, you say large crowds, they are really becoming a lot higher than they have been in previous years?
That's right. The last year's state titles we were 700 or 800 getting onto 1,000 now, whereas 2 or 3 years ago the poor YMCA, or the YMCA housed 100 or 200, and that was a big crowd for quite a number of years.
Now, Barry, last weekend in Sydney you won the New South Wales title and defeated the Australian champion. This must give you a tremendous heart for the Australian titles in Perth.
That's right. This is the second time I've beaten the Australian champion on his home ground, and I think just his experience at a national competition just threw me last year, and I'm hoping this year that I might have a little more success.
Now, we all know that Bill Mutton in Brisbane is the driving force behind the women's gymnastics. What about the men's? Do you train yourself?
Well, we train at the YMCA under the direction of the state coach Glenn Gell, and also Mr. Frank Vigg, who's the YMCA physical director and been very interested in gymnastics for, well, ever since Queensland has been doing competitive gymnastics.
Does this era of gymnastics start from Graham Bond, or does it go back before that?
It goes back a little before Graham's time, in that Frank Vigg, as I just mentioned, in 1948, and when the inception of the Queensland Gymnastic Association, competed in the first Australian titles, and later on Billy Whitelock, who is now the state technical advisor for men, was in the team that won for Queensland the national teams titles for 3 or 4 years in the early 50s, and then Graham came along and of course won the Australian individual titles for quite a number of years.
It's quite obvious from your dual successes that the standard of men's gymnastics is rather high in Queensland. What about the women? Do you think they're going to win in the Australian titles?
Well, we're hopeful this year, Bill, that the women could quite likely take out the teams trophies, in that Victoria and Western Australia, who have been the holders for the teams events for the past number of years, have the competitors are starting to retire, and the teams, the old hard and fast experienced teams, disperse, and Queensland women's team is now one of the stronger teams in Australia, so we're hoping this year that we could bring back the teams trophy to Queensland.
Okay, Barry, all the best of luck. Thanks a lot, mate.
Thanks very much, Bill.